The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter is made possible by a contribution from AEG.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are playing the third game in the Valley of the Kings series. This is Last Rites. Now, if you have not watched our other two episodes where we've played Valley of the Kings, you might want to check those out.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll have better luck, though, in this, because last two games I didn't do so good.
Yeah, I think I've kind of owned you when we played this game.
This is kind of your game.
But I think I have more experience because we play this a lot at lunch where I work at.
And this normally doesn't hit our table that often because it's more like a filler game in a sense.
Well,
it does take some time, but this one does go a bit quicker.
We have our pyramid set up, and if you've watched our other two videos on Valley of the Kings, you'll notice we have our tombs and everything set up the same. Just a quick refresher, because at this point we hope you know how to play the game. You can only buy cards that are on the bottom of the pyramid. The pyramid crumbles whenever you take a card, and if you take something from the middle, you get to choose which card is going to fall in to fill in the space. You can entomb one card a turn. You have a hand of 5 cards. You're going to draw up, that sort of thing. Start with one card in the boneyard to begin with. The game ends when the stock and all of the cards in the pyramid are gone. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much.
Now, there is one difference between this and the other games, and that is the starting cards are different.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, I'll show you real quick, we have the embomber, which lets you sacrifice a card in the pyramid or your hand and refill the pyramid. You have 3 of those. You have the magi, who allows you can discard them to prevent an opponent's action from affecting you, or you can sacrifice it and discard 4 cards and take a card. Only one of those guys. That's kind of like the offering table and the other one. There's another embalmer. You have the menial, which is kind of like the Shakti. This allows you to buy a card from anywhere in the pyramid or discard a card and draw a card. Now there are 4 of these in your hand, or your deck, I'm sorry. And then you have the kite, which you have 2 of those. Turn a card in the pyramid face down. It cannot be bought or taken so long as it is face down, but it can be sacrificed. Turn it up at the beginning of your next turn. Now that comes into play when you see a card that you want to buy that you don't want someone else to buy. But then if they're mean and spiteful and they can sacrifice a card, then chances are they're probably going to discard that one. So, and Megan is already shaking her head that she's going to probably do that given the opportunity. So we are going to shuffle our deck of 10 cards and draw a hand of 5, and then we will be ready to play. The rules say the person who last visited a museum or some such weird rule like that gets to go first, but in this house the rule generally is Megan gets to go first if she wants to. So Megan, do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Alright,
We just haven't been to that many museums. We don't really go out much. So I will be playing 5 money, and I'm going to go ahead and take the leather worker, and let's go ahead and drop down that one and refill.
there is one less colored set in this one.
It's the red one, I think we
don't have the red one in this. And the rule book, and I'll talk about this in our review, but the rule book tells you which sets each of the games has. Let's see. Too bad that one's worth 6. So I think I will not do what I thought I was going to do.
Already messing you up on the first move.
Okay, I am going to spend 4 money, and I'm going to buy this weaver, and then I will just fizzle the other one. So we will drop down there.
Okay, I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time. Use my 5 money and buy the Priestess of Matt, I believe. probably gonna butcher some of these pronunciations.
I'm gonna spend 3 money, and I will take the Priestess of Nut. And I am going to go ahead and I am going to entomb one of my menial
Okay.
starter cards and fizzle the other one.
All right. I'm going to. I think I'll go ahead and play 3 for the Princess of Nut, or Priestess of Nut as well, and drop those down.
She's probably kind of nutty.
She might be. Who knows? And fizzle those 2 and entomb my Magi.
Just like in the Mummy movie.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
the Mummy movies are on Netflix still too.
There. So 2, 4, 6 money. Mummy.
Money.
I'm going to take the Merchant.
Ooh, okay. There's 5. I'll go ahead and take the Brick Mason. And then,
Crumbles.
yep. And one of my menials.
Okay. We have Potter.
Potter.
Right.
Gotta say it like Malfoy, otherwise you're not doing it right.
For 4, I am going to buy this Priestess of Sekhmet.
Your guess is as good as mine.
And I am going to entomb that Priestess of Nut.
Really?
Yeah, well, you know, she's kind of nutty, so I'm going to put her in the tomb.
Nice.
So, whoops. Let's crumble there. Come crumbling down the wall.
What's
Little John Cougar Mellencamp for you.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
Yeah, from the 80s.
I don't know him though. I know some people in the
Yeah,
80s.
you know, Jack and Diane.
I don't like that song.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. We'll do 3 for the carpenter, and go ahead and fizzle that one and entomb my kite.
Instead of flying it, you're
I'm
going to entomb
hoping
it.
that is pronounced kite and not like kit or something. Probably could Google that.
Alright, so there's 2, 4, 6 money. I'm going to buy Potter.
Potter. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Brick Mason. So each player, starting with myself, may entomb the top card of the Boneyard or the top card of the stock. I already have the Brick Mason, so I think I'm going to take the top card off the stock and entomb that. Would you like the Brick Mason, or would you like
Yeah,
to
you
take
know
one?
what? I think I will.
Might as well.
I don't have a blue in my tomb yet, so.
There you go. And then, let's see, what would I like to buy? Well, there's 4. So I'll go ahead and take the astrologer. And then I'm going to go ahead and entomb the priestess of Matt. Maybe. And that will be my turn.
Alright. Well, I'm going to play the Merchant for its ability, which is until the end of the turn, all cards can be bought for half price.
That is a really good
Round
card.
it up.
And I normally end up with that one, but you
Yeah.
beat me to it.
So I think I'll buy this plaster. That's going to cost me
2.
Well, I'll pay the 2 there. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's
How would you
crumble.
like
You know, I already have that card, so let's crumble
Okay.
like that. That will cost me
that? 2.
2, so I'll buy that. And
crumble.
let's go ahead and well, there what we already got that one down there. So, whoops. And
You
then now I'm gonna go ahead
Entomb.
and entomb this menial.
All right. I got a bunch of green cards coming up now. Time to work on the green sets.
Because scoring is the same as it was in the previous games. You're going to get points based on how many of each of the colored sets that you have in your tomb. And only the cards in your tomb are going to score you.
Yep. All right, gonna go ahead and play that Brick Mason again. So there is no Boneyard, so I'm gonna go ahead and entomb this, which is the Draughtsman.
And I get to entomb as well,
Yes.
so I'll take that one. And hey, oh, it's a Potter that I already have, but I don't have it in my tomb yet.
There you go. You keep playing with it. And then I have, let's see. Let's not do that. Let's only do 3 and buy this Draughtsman. So I can play with that one, and then I'll go ahead and entomb my embalmer.
Okay.
And there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play the menial for its ability, which is buy a card from anywhere in the pyramid.
That's not bad.
No. And I will spend the 3 to buy that.
It's not the card I thought you were actually going to go for, considering what card is on the table. Just because you like the artwork.
Well, yes. The card that Megan is referring to is the Priest of Anubis, because that is right out of the Mummy movie.
It really is.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to entomb my Weaver. Oh, Dream Weaver.
Universal does not sponsor us to promote the Mummy movie, but if they felt the need to, I probably would do it.
We've been on that ride how many times?
A lot. It's a good ride, though.
I love the ending with Brendan Fraser. This interview would go a lot better if I only had my cup of coffee!
There's 4. I'll go ahead and take the Priest of Sobek. And then I'm going to go ahead and entomb my other menial here.
Okay, is that it?
Yep, that's all.
Alright. Yeah. So there is 3 money, and I will go ahead and take Imhotep. That looks just like him. And then I am going to, let's just do this. Let's sacrifice a card in the pyramid. So we'll sacrifice that up there.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to entomb the Priestess of Sekhmet.
Alright.
And then I have 1 left. Yeah, I'm just going to fizzle that one.
Okay. Okay, Brick Mason again. I'm going to go ahead and entomb the Priestess of Sekhmet. Would you like to entomb that card off the top?
Yeah, and it is, ooh, Stonemason. It's another blue. I was really hoping that you would not play that card.
Well, I had it, so I mean...
Because I already have it in my tomb.
Well... I'm going to go ahead and play my menial. So buy a card from anywhere in the pyramid. There's 3, and I'll go ahead and buy the Priest of Anubis. And that will be that.
Alright.
We are on to this set of 3 pyramids. Just so people know that. Point value goes up in cost. It gets a bit harder to get.
I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play the Merchant for its ability, which is until the end of turn. All cards can be bought for half price, rounded up.
Do you have a menial?
I have a menial.
I wonder what card you're going to buy for 4.
Well, let's just go ahead and let's pay the 4 money there. And I'm going to buy that High Priest of Ra.
Wonder why, how I knew that one was coming.
Ra, that's Stargate. And I think I will go ahead and no, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to fizzle the Weaver because I already have it in my tomb.
Alright. Let's see. There is 5. I'm going to go ahead and take... I don't know which green card do I want because they're both the same. Go ahead and take the Priest of Thoth. I think it's Thoth. And I'm going to go ahead and entomb my Astrologer.
Good?
Good.
All right. We have the Priestess of Hathor. Hathor, another system lord from Stargate SG-1.
System Lord.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ra was a system lord.
It's been so long since I've watched that though. I know y'all are
They are
just watching
so
it,
good.
but they're a pretty good show.
1, 2, 3, 4 money, and I'm going to take the Priest of Sobek, And I'm going to entomb this plasterer.
Okay then. Gonna go ahead and use the embalmer to sacrifice a card in the pyramid or in your hand. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and let's sacrifice this, because now I will use the Brick Mason and entomb that card. So would you like to entomb the top card from the stock?
Yes, I will. And I have the Priest of Osiris.
Ooh.
That's my first green card in my pyramid or my tomb.
And then I don't have enough money to buy anything. So let's go ahead and entomb my carpenter here. And just fizzle those other two because I can't buy anything with that.
Okay. Another architect. Well, I wish I had more money, but two, let's see, let's do it like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will buy the Priestess of Mot. And I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and entomb my Priest of Anubis.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll play that embalmer again, just for funsies. And go ahead and sacrifice that card. And then,
Seriously.
yeah, I just
You are
shuffled and it came up.
Abusing the snot out of that.
So, hey, I mean, it's getting cards in there
Oh,
too.
I got a Priestess of Hathor.
So, I'll do that. And then, let's see.
Yeah, and you've been doing that with really expensive cards too.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't really have the money at the moment. Let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and entomb this for my normal entombing action. So the Priest of Sobek. I have 2 money left, which isn't going to do me any good. So, well, I could do the ability. So if I discard the menial, you can draw a card. So,
Well, you have to discard. That gives you the ability. Then you have to discard a card.
discard a card and draw a card.
Yeah. So you're playing in the menial for its ability. So you have to discard a card from your hand to draw a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that then.
You knew that. You just forgot.
I did know that. I misread the card though. And yeah, that's it. Didn't get me cards I really wanted. But,
Okay.
oh well. Thought I'd try it.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the High Priest of Ra, and it says entomb a card from your hand. Put the top card of your discard pile into my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna entomb my carpenter, and then I'll take my embalmer back, and I think I will. Let's see. That doesn't help. So let's just go ahead and spend 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's buy this leather worker.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Is that it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play that Drotsman. So swap a set card in your hand with a card in the pyramid. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap that with that. Each opponent may put the top card of their discard pile into your hand. So that discard will just go right there.
Okay.
I'm assuming this goes into my discard.
Yes.
Doesn't say, but just gonna go with that.
Yeah. Whenever it says take, it's put it
I
in your
figured
discard.
as much, but wanted to make sure. Gonna go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and entomb my Priest of Anubis. And that's going to be it. Fizzle those other two.
So since you did not change the pyramid, you have to sacrifice a card from
So
there.
let's go ahead and sacrifice that. So we got 2 of those. There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to play the merchant card for its ability, which is...
The half price.
It's half price.
It's a
It's
sale.
a big sale. So let's
It's a
go ahead.
yoo-hoo big summer blowouts.
Big summer blowout. Yoo.
And it is a sunscreen of my own invention.
There is 4. So I'm going to get this architect for that 4
It's pretty
because
good.
it's half off.
Might as well.
And then I have 3 money left as well.
Which,
And I'm going to be able to get the Priest of Horus.
that's pretty good. Oop, that guy's upside down. Let's see. I'm just going to use my money and take that card. And let's drop down that one. And that will be that for me.
Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to play that 7 money, and I'm going to take that engineer.
How would you like to have that crumble?
Let's just go ahead and crumble it like that. And then I have not enough. Unfortunately. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's play the kite for its ability, which is turn a card in the pyramid face down. It cannot be bought or taken as long as it is face down, but it can be sacrificed. So we're going to take this tomb painter and we're going to turn it face down.
Okay.
Then, neither one of these help me, and I can't afford to buy anything there, unfortunately. We got a lot of game left to be played, so I'm not going to do anything with those. I'm just going to fizzle those. Hate to do that, but...
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and play the Architect for its ability. So count the cards in your discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Architect is now worth that much in gold for 1 purchase.
Oh, nice.
So that is now a 6 money.
So I got you a bump of 2.
6, 7, 8. I will go ahead and take the jeweler here and crumble that. And don't really have that much money because that's not going to buy me anything. So I'm going to go ahead and entomb my Brick Mason. Unfortunately, I just want to get that card in there even though I like its ability. And just going to go ahead and fizzle those.
Alright. Well, this is going to flip back up.
So you can purchase it most likely.
Well, I really wish I could.
It's open for the taking.
Let's see. So you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to play that kite again. I'm going to flip it back over.
Oh, of course you are.
I have all my
I
embalmers
don't
in my
know.
hand.
Do you want to do that?
So let's just go ahead. Let's sacrifice a card in the pyramid. Sacrifice that one. Let's play another embalmer. Let's sacrifice that one. Let's let's see.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and play the embalmer. Let's sacrifice that one. And we'll entomb a menial.
Okay.
And that will end my turn. So, yeah, speeding the game up a little bit.
A little bit, but I don't think you realize you've just given me some really good cards. So I'm going to use my jeweler and take the top 2 cards from the boneyard.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Because those are a 10 and 8, and those are kind of good cards. So that's good. Just got 2 free cards. Now I have no money, though. Which, you know, that's a thing. But let's do the menial. So discard a card. So I'll go ahead and discard my kite. I'll put it in my discard, though, so I know. And draw a card. That still didn't help me out on the money aspect. But let's see, what can I do? Let's go ahead and play the Draughtsman. So swap a set card in your hand with a card from the pyramid. And then you can put the top card of your discard into your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and swap those. You can put that embalmer back in your hand if you would like.
Not really, but...
Well, and I'm going to go ahead and entomb my embalmer for my last. And that's that.
Okay.
Didn't
So
get
you
rid
need
of
to
anything.
sacrifice a card. No, not that one.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. That honestly wasn't my plan, but it
Child,
worked out pretty well.
You're killing me.
It happens.
Oh man, did not like that. Okay, so let's use the merchant again.
Half
It's
price.
big summer blowout.
Yoo-hoo.
Let's
It
go
feels
ahead.
like summer and it's
and
fall.
Let's go. There's 2, 3, 4 money. So I'll take that glass blower. That's not going to help me. I'm going to entomb my priestess of Mat. And my menial's not going to do me any good, so I'll just fizzle that.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and play that architect again. I just counted the cards in my discard, and that is a 7. So that bumped me up to 3. And let's see, which one looks better? Discarded number of cards, or sacrifice a starter card, discard a set card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have many starter cards left. But I'll go ahead and take that though. We'll crumble like that. And let's see. We'll go ahead and entomb the Princess of Nut here. And
Priestess, I think.
Priestess, what did I say?
You said princess.
She can be a princess if she wants to, sure. I don't have enough money, which is fine. So fizzle those.
Alright.
And that'll be that. Getting near
Pyramid's
the
getting a
end
little messy
here.
here.
It's crumbling. I don't think it falls in a pretty way. If it goes down, it's going downer.
Well, that's really not what I wanted to do, but let's go ahead. I'm going to play the leather worker for its ability. Reveal a card from my hand. Each opponent must discard a card with an equal or higher cost, or reveal a hand containing only lower cost cards. There's a 6. So you need to discard a card that has a cost of 6 or higher.
There's one for 9.
Let's go ahead and let's play the Priest of Horus, which says discard any number of cards. For each discarded card, repeat the first action I executed this turn. So I'm going to discard those 2 cards. I'm going to show you the 6 again. So one more time.
That was a tenner. You just made me lose all my money.
One more time.
You did it.
I know you got to do it one more time. I discarded 2 cards.
I can't.
You've got card. You got to show less
5,
than 6.
3, 2.
Oh, bummer. All right, and I do have this, which is play the action of the card at the top of the pyramid. So we'll go ahead and do that, which is the Tomb Painter, which says entomb the top 2 cards of my discard pile. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna do that because I already got a Weaver in there. It's not gonna do me any good. So I'm gonna fizzle that 3, but now I have to discard a card here. So let's discard. Let's discard this Priest of Horus. And let's just put the stonemason down there. Here we go.
Let's go ahead and play that Drotsman since you've taken all my money. Swap a set card in your hand with a card in the pyramid. We'll do that, and you can put that top card or your discard into your hand.
Into my hand?
Yep, into your hand. And 1 money isn't going to do me any good, so I'll just go ahead and add that menial there, and that would be it.
And you have to sacrifice something in the pyramid.
Get rid of that. There you go.
I'm going to play the engineer for its ability. I'm going to
So sacrifices.
sacrifice a starter card. So there's a starter card.
Discard
a set card. And I think I will go ahead and I'm going to discard my architect.
Wow.
And take the 2 lowest cost cards.
5 and 5.
Yeah.
That works out okay for me. So thank you.
And then let's go ahead and let's spend 10 and buy that Tomb Painter.
All right. Getting down to it, this is the last of the pyramid.
Wow.
Dun dun dun.
This game is going to end real quick.
Let's go ahead and play that engineer as well, because you took some low cards out. So we'll just go ahead and sacrifice the starter card, and we'll discard a set card and take the 2 lowest cards, which happens to be a 6 and a 7. So there's my 6. That's the lowest. And what kind of 7 do I want? Well, let's just go ahead and take that green so you can't. And running out of money here. See, let's discard the card and draw a card, see what kind of action I can get. Yeah, we'll do that. Take the top 2 cards of the boneyard, which is fine by me. I'll just get more cards in my hand. And that will be that.
Okay. Fortunately, I drew all starter cards. Can you believe that?
See, this is why you gotta get rid of them so that doesn't happen late in the game, because now you're just like, oh, what do I do?
Well, so we're going to play the kite, and we're going to flip that over. And we're going to play another kite, and we're going to flip that over. And then we are going to sacrifice this card, sacrifice that card, and entomb my magi.
Okay. Alright then. Here we go. So we're going to go ahead and play the High Priest of Ra. Entomb a card from your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and entomb my Priest of Osiris. And then, let's see. Let's go ahead and play that Embalmer and sacrifice a card from the pyramid. And let's go ahead and puzzle the Draughtsman, and for my normal entombment, the Overseer. So 1 card left.
And it's my turn, so this actually flips back up.
Do you have 7 money?
Yeah, I do.
Would you like to purchase and end the game?
Well,
Or is there still
it's going to end regardless, because even if I don't buy it, I got to sacrifice it.
True.
So I'm just trying to figure out
How
what
would
the
you
best...
like to end the game? So unfortunately, I got some really good cards I'd like to play now, but
I'm going to
really matter.
play the Weaver, and I'm going to discard a card, and I'm just going to discard my kite. And then it says, entomb a card from your hand with a lower cost. I actually do not have one that has a lower cost, so I can't do that.
Well,
So now I'm going to play the High Priest of Ra, which says entomb a card from my hand. And I will go ahead and entomb the Priest of Sobek. And it says put the top card of my discard pile into my hand, so I get my kite back. And then I will just entomb my embalmer. And that is the last thing, and we will get rid of that. So that is the game. So what we'll do now is we will tally up the points in our tomb and find out who gets that Egyptian vase. Well, that was a pretty close game. I think that might have been the closest game we've ever had of this.
probably.
I had 50.
54.
Yeah, you already saw that Megan got the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was, I kind of raced the end there. I was hoping, because I knew you had cards, I was hoping you were not going to get those entombed, and I was hoping also that I had enough in my tomb to kind of cover that. I had a ton of cards I really wanted to get entombed, but I just couldn't do it in time.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to what we think. As the ultimate loser, I guess I'll go first.
Might as well.
Now, this is also based off of the fact that we have already reviewed the first 2 sets in Valley of the Kings. So with that, I will say this is the best set. I like the game. We play this quite a bit at work over lunch because it's a good lunch game because we can get it in even with 4 players. It seems like the artwork on this set I think is the best so far. I like the mechanics that this set has over the other ones. The fact that it has one less set I think than the other ones doesn't really hurt it that much. There's I think this plays faster. There's more
Yes.
cards that allow you to entomb, more cards that allow you to get cards out of the pyramid. So that's another reason why I like it.
I like it too. The artwork I think is just so much cooler and just like all over. I think it's so cool because I mean, just looking at some of this, it's like you have the people in it because before it was just kind of like here's some items.
Well, and
So,
they
like,
weren't that bad.
No, they weren't bad. I'm not bashing them, but I think this is just so much cooler. I like the artwork a lot more. And as we were saying, this priest of Anubis definitely looks like a scene from the Mummy.
And I do like we got the priests and the priestess. So you are invoking more of the Egyptian gods.
Yeah.
So you've got Osiris, Anubis. Like I said, if you're a fan of Stargate, you're gonna recognize a lot of these because all these the system lords in the show they took right from Egyptian lore. So that's really cool. The rule book. So there you can see the breakdown of cards between the 3 sets, and you'll see that this has only 4 sets where the other ones have 5. But so the sarcophagi and the mummification I think were both red, and they were, like I said, 3 cards in those sets. The canopic jars and the jury were 4. So this one actually starts with higher cost cards and higher numbers of cards. So you have 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's another reason why I think this is the best of the versions.
I agree, definitely.
Everything else about the game is identical to the other ones. So, like I said, if you're going to only buy one set, I would definitely get this one. Now, I think we've talked in the past. We haven't actually done it, but you can merge all 3 of the games if you want.
Yes, that would be a very long game, though.
It would. And I think they suggest that if you're going to do that, you do just, 1 or 2 sets.
Yeah.
What I think would be really cool, and maybe we'll try this, on a future show, is to take like all the purple cards and just mix the purple cards, all those in, because those aren't sets.
No.
Those are just straight victory points. So I think, that's going to give you more of a variety there. Add a little bit something else. It will make it a little bit longer, but there's not that many purple cards in each set.
You could also
or each
kind of
game.
do that with some of the starter cards, like pick and choose maybe like which abilities you like to play with more than the others, and maybe make your own combination like that.
Yeah, that's true because you've got 10 cards to work with. So, you've got 4 different ones in this and then 4 different ones in the other 2 games. So, yeah, you definitely could. You could, instead of playing like with 4 of the menials, you could play with 2 of them and 2 of the I'm drawing a blank on what that one's called that has the most in there. The Shakti.
Yes.
Shakti.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, you can definitely merge them somehow.
Yeah.
Make it work.
So that is Valley of the Kings. Megan, anything else to add?
Not much.
Okay.
That's about it.
So really good game. I highly recommend this one over all the over the other ones. The other 2 are fine, and if you really like this game, then the game's cheap enough. You could pick up the other 2 and have all 3 sets and play one until you get bored of it and move on to the next. This one for me, I'm going to be playing this one a long time.
Yeah.
More than I will probably go back to the other ones.
And we'll definitely get the other ones out, and they'll hit the table, but this will probably be hitting the table more often than not.
Yeah, and I know I'll be taking this one into my work group too, just because we all kind of feel like this is the best as well. So that'll wrap it up, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
And today we are playing Valley of the Kings Afterlife.
Nope.
Valley of the Kings Last Rites.
There you go. Fix
Take
it.
2. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
And today we are playing this Valley of the Kings Last Rites.
Very dramatic.
Well, this is kind of a dramatic game because you are...
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.